Yeah, so obviously someone that big, a piece to the puzzle really, it's always going to be tough, him being out. He's such a loud voice for us, a very energetic voice. Yeah, it's tough, but guys have been great stepping up. AK's been amazing. He's blocked shots at the rim, he's finished around the rim, he's just been super aggressive, just like that new step up for him. So he's been awesome for us, and hopefully when Tanner comes back, AK can just continue doing that and giving us that production, and that'll just be huge.
Dropping a couple of games in a row, it's been kind of a message this week for Forde. What's been their focus?
Yeah, so you look back at the last game and we hit a lot of the goals that we wanted to, like rebounding. The number one offensive rebounding team, we held them to 6 offensive rebounds. We out-rebounded them. We took more shots, we lowered our turnovers, but it's just the quality of those shots in our offense. That was kind of an issue for us, and so that's something just we've been working on, is just kind of getting through those reps, making sure that we're getting to all the spots on the floor that we want to get to, and just learning the offense more thoroughly. So that's been the biggest emphasis, sharing the ball and everything like that as well. But yeah, we just got to lock into the scouts, a new team, different teams since the last time we played them as well. Having Montrez in the starting lineup, playing him a lot more. So yeah, guys just got to lock in and be ready for it.
How do you feel about defending Montrez?
Yeah, obviously love any chance I can get to play high-level talents. Him being, a reigning sixth man of the year in the NBA, obviously he's had an amazing career so far, and he's making a statement here in the NBA so far. So I'm looking forward to it. I always love the challenge in that, and yeah.
I guess what's been some of the discussions among the guys after a few losses in a row? How do you go about bringing the energy back and then really getting through to it on the weekend?
Well, the good thing about this squad is guys always bring the energy. They're always getting extra shots up before practice. Pedro's here 2 hours before practice every day. And guys are just young, energetic, and you can see that every day. There's someone like Kyle, who's been around the league for so long, he's bringing energy and that leadership every day, making sure that his voice is heard and whatnot. So it's not really an issue there, but it's just kind of when we go look at film and whatnot and look at our mistakes, it's just translating that from those film sessions and trying to put that onto the court and making sure there's a kind of understanding there. So that's kind of the biggest thing for us right now. It's not like our energy or talking, that's the issue.
And you mentioned about offense being that key focus. I guess what some of the skills and things you've been, like drills or anything you've been doing to sort of combat that?
Yeah, just kind of running through our offense, just constantly just making and keeping it simple as well. It's not overcomplicating it. We don't run a complicated offense. It's just making sure we're disciplined enough to get to those spots on the floor. If we have guys running out, we want to get them to the corners, and we just want to keep spacing on the floor so we can explore every option available to us. And that's the biggest key right now. Is the last few games we've kind of been lacking in that. Guys aren't sprinting out. Guys aren't hitting those spots that we want to get to. So that's just the main focus for us, is just doing those little things.
So obviously 2 games on the road against 2 teams you've already played this season. I know you touched upon a slightly different lineup, but is there any key focuses other than just the offense heading into those games, given you guys already beaten them?
Well, yeah, I think anytime you get a chance to play a team you've already played again, it's better. Especially with a lot of new guys on our team, especially all 3 of our imports being new to the league. Any chance they get to go back and watch how these guys played and experience that next time they play, they're just a bit more locked in. They know the scout a bit more. Can't expect that out of them that first game because they just don't know the guys. So it would be great to go to Adelaide's, our imports, and our guys as well. They just have a better focus and a better knowledge of the opposition, and yeah, they just need to be locked in for it.
Yeah. You got to stick to the process, right? Obviously, we're still in the same boat that we were last week. The definition of insanity, right? To do the same thing, expect a different result. But for us, we sort of do have to double down on sticking to that process. We are what we are in a sense of the outs and our guys coming in, and it's important that we still need to capitalise on the opportunities, and the way we capitalise on the opportunities is by doing the daily grind and getting better. And I give the guys credit for that. I've got them operating on a slightly higher level of tension, and for the most part, they've stepped up to it. And so, the 2 games on the road, there's nothing better than a bit of team bonding away from family, friends, and the home crowd, where it's just you and 10 other dudes on the court, and against some hostile territory. So it's just another opportunity to play basketball.
Did you say high level of tension, or what's that?
Tension.
Talk us through what that involves and how the guys are going about handling that.
Yeah, good. I've made no. it's not something I've generally spoken about. People will assume, what it is that we do here to have what we have at a really competitive level. The only thing I probably said publicly about it is it's not for everybody, because we do just operate in the sense of extreme accountability. There's a job to be done and you've got to do your job. I'm not going to hold your hand through the process. Guys either rise to that occasion or move on. But for the most part, we've had a lot of success. I think about P, for example's come off a great weekend, and that was off some robust conversations that we had last week. There's a different level of expectation for an import coming in compared to someone who's a rookie backup trying to find their role. So we'll keep operating on that same level. And again, to P's credit, he's been outstanding. I think he's evolved and grown as an international basketball player, and he has a great future in front of him.
After that loss on Saturday, was there any tough conversations that you did have with any particular players?
All of them, yeah, all of them. All of them. Some of them good, some of them aren't.
How's Tanner looking? Is he a chance to be back this weekend?
Tanner this weekend? No.
I guess obviously the fact that you won't have both of them again, you've only won one game without Taranoni. You said there's no excuses and it's about bringing opportunities for other guys. But how do you go about, forgetting about that side of things and actually bringing it forward and getting a win on the road? Yeah,
it's hard. Let's make no secret about it. It is hard. But again, this is sort of what I was saying before. You just got to keep plugging away and sticking to the process. And then it's really important too, and I mentioned this in the presser afterwards, we don't want to go through this stretch without Tanner and Taran and then have them back and just decide to take our foot off the pedal and think everything's going to be great because these two guys are back to save us. We still are a team that no one predicted to do well. So, we have different hurdles and challenges that we need to overcome.
Obviously, you've still won 3, you've lost 4, but it's a pretty good record considering what you've been through and being on demand for some of that time. I guess from your perspective, do you feel that? Is there that sort of sense among the guys?
Well, staying in touch is good, but there's some indicators that are not so appealing. Like our defensive rating is terrible, and that's probably more of a true underliner than our win-loss record at the moment. Is that defensively we're the worst in the league, and even in our most lean year when I first took over the team in year 1, we weren't the worst defensive team. And so this is the first for me in a sense of we aren't really hitting the KPIs that we wanted to. Having the guys come back will help that, but I've had injuries before and we haven't been as bad as what we are right now.
Can you just talk us through what training was like today, and did that compare to any other training in previous weeks after the loss?
No, it was good. It was not better, not worse, just down the middle.
What was the focus? Was it individual?
Adelaide this day. Yeah, today's Adelaide. So we get a little bit more shooting blocks with how we think we'll get some of our looks against their defence. Yesterday was more of a review. Today's Adelaide.
Sam mentioned he's excited for the challenge of going up against the Monster. You reckon he and AK have got what it takes to lock him down?
Who's the Monster? Oh, is he? Okay, yeah. Oh, they've played him before. So, yeah, no, it's always, again, he's such a supreme NBA talent. It's always good for the guys to share a floor with someone at that level. And he poses different challenges to what we'll have the following night or the following couple of days later after Melbourne.